Dude, do you remember when you wanted to be a dolphin trainer in the desert?
Yes. And you told me to dream big, but maybe include water.
I was encouraging you with realism. Desert dolphins aren't a thing.
And yet here we are hosting a podcast. Proof that with a little support and a lot of delusions, dreams can come true.
Let's talk about why cheering people on, even for desert dolphins, actually matters.
Hello and welcome to Adulthood is a Project, the show where two sisters discuss lessons learned and growth earned through the realities of life. I'm Charlie, and you know my sister Casey, and we are your hosts.
In today's episode, we'll discuss encouraging someone's dreams. We're going to discuss the ins and outs of why it's easy to do and why we possibly don't do it. Let's get started.
All right. Yeah. The audience sounds excited today. Oh, man.
Always so excited.
All right. So, always so excited. This is when I remember to tell them to be. Oh, man. Okay. Talking about dreams and encouraging people's, I think this is going to be such a fun little chat today for sure.
I think so. I think so too.
Yeah. And then I am in charge of the quiz today.
It's time.
So
I already am like, okay, so now you've had two 5 for 5s.
I know.
So now
I'm wondering, can you get there?
I'm going to try to get on your level.
I have got a lot of faith in you. Based on today, I think you got this. See, the winning button's ready to go.
I think the real question is your quiz going to be as much fun as mine was last week?
Honestly, I can't promise that because last week's quiz was seriously so much fun. But I do feel like this one's good. I feel pretty confident in it, and I feel like, but no, it's not as fun as yours. I don't think it's as fun as yours was. I'm telling you, when was it? Was it like a month ago when I was like, I'm gonna have you write my own quiz, you write my quiz questions for you because you come up with some really good ones.
I know. Yeah.
Your ideas are stellar. So, now I'm not even going to put my hand on the yell button because I don't think we're gonna need it.
We got this.
Okay. All right. So question. Oh, you're what?
I said I have a dream that I'm gonna hit the 5 for 5.
I'm glad you're already starting there. I like it. Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and start. I technically put these in a specific order, not because I have to, just because that's what I did. But based on what you said, one of my questions today is, which U.S. civil rights leader famously said, "I have a dream"?
MLK Jr., baby.
Good job. I was like, wait, is she saying what I think she's saying? She knows my questions. I'm like, there's no way you could have cheated. So good job. Okay, one. All right. Which song by Journey encourages listeners to hold on to that feeling?
I don't know
And
the
I
name.
can sing a little if it's going to help you.
I could sing. I don't know the name of it. It's like, don't stop believing. Hold on to.
Yes, that's
I don't know.
that's the name of the song.
Oh, okay.
I like that. The name of the song is "Don't Stop Believing."
Uh, that makes sense.
I was gonna sing the "Hold On to That" because I was like, maybe that'll get her going. And you're like, no, I'm singing this song. Okay, yes, that is the name. I'm gonna give you that because you were singing it right there, and you started with that.
Thanks.
Nice. Okay, good job. Okay, what word describes the process of imagining something that hasn't happened yet, often used as a first step towards achieving a dream?
Manifesting?
No, visualization.
Whatever. Same.
I'm like, you're visualizing it, but I couldn't. I'm like, you're imagining something, you're seeing it in your head. That's pretty close. Okay. Now, this one, you're going to have to go back a bit, but I think you got it. Which inspirational film about a Jamaican bobsled team shows the power of believing in yourself even against the odds?
I already know it, but I'm gonna wait just a minute. Let me think.
Okay.
Cool Runnings.
Yes, great job. Like, I was trying to think what they did in that movie. Is like cool runnings, or like didn't they have a little chant they did before they jumped in the bobsled?
Well, it wasn't Cool Runnings. They
I
did
don't
have
know.
a.
I don't remember.
I don't remember what it was. It's been a while since I've seen it. It's a good one though.
It's been a hot minute since I watched it. Okay. So you're 3 for 4. So okay, what phrase completes this popular motivational quote? Shoot for the moon. Even if you miss, you'll land among the blank.
Stars.
Yeah. Good job. Good job.
So much.
4 for 5 still not. I'm like 4 for 5 still not bad.
I really think the visualization one. I mean, manifest, visualize. It's the same thing, right? Same.
I mean, kinda. It's funny because I thought about being like, what tool would you use for manifesting? And I could have maybe thrown that in there so you wouldn't have used manifestation and maybe would have led you towards the visualization side.
Right. It's all right.
I don't know.
I'll get it next time.
You will. I got faith in you. I think I I mean those were much better, right? Like I'm trying to really get these for you.
Like, I'm really trying to up my game over here.
Yeah. Trying to make my quizzes more fun. For sure. Oh man. So today, talking, encouraging people's dreams. My first and foremost thought is for us, it has a lot to do, like in this particular moment with us when we launched this podcast,
Yeah. Right.
and how those around us, like how they supported us and came out and were like, yeah, and, we're all for it. Stuff. I mean, that was a dream.
Right.
And yeah, it makes a huge difference when people are supporting you in those dreams.
It does. Because, I mean, whenever people are. I really. Okay, so in thinking about this show today, I was thinking about how. I mean, I've definitely been that person in other people's lives. And I'm just like, oh, I'm so mad at myself that I was like that. But I was. in other people's lives at some point where, they had something they wanted to do. And I was like, dude, that just doesn't seem realistic at all. Like, are you thinking that through? How are you going to make that happen? I've been that person. And I'm like,
I have to. Honestly, yeah.
it's so funny because I was laughing. We have a friend, and it's a mutual friend. Whenever I lived out there in Phoenix,
Okay.
and this friend from high school that lived out there as well.
Oh, okay. I know who you're talking about. Yeah, gotcha.
And she had this dream that she's going to do this thing, and I was like, this doesn't make any sense. Why would no, you're being completely unrealistic, blah blah blah. And so she started being like, you're just a dream crusher. You're a dream crusher. And that's what she would call me all the time.
Ah, Dream Crusher. Oh,
Crusher. That was me. I'm like, oh, I'm so awful that I crushed your dream.
and it's because at the time when you're in the middle of crushing someone's dream, you're like you said, you're realistically being like, but how are you going to do that? That doesn't make sense. I don't think it's going to work.
Right.
And it, I'm trying to think when it became a little more obvious to me. I'm gonna throw out like maybe in the last like 8 years, give or take, of realizing like a friend would say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and I'm like, that in my head, I'm like, that is fucking ridiculous. Why are you doing that? But verbally, I was like, "All right, man, go get it." And then after a while of doing that, I realized you need to move your face, Charlie. Yes, my face does its own expressions, and I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm sure they could see the disbelief or the disheartened look. Not maybe disheartened is not the right word, but the disbelief in my face, or that, oh yeah, okay, I believe you. Go ahead. And I'm like, why are you doing that? That sounds like a great idea, dude. Yeah, you should totally do that.
I don't think it was really until the kids started getting like a little bit older and wanting to do like little random things, like they would want to start their own little business, like a little dog walking business or something. Like even when they were younger, they wanted to do those
Oh,
things. And I think it
yeah.
was once the kids started having dreams per se, that's when I started being like, well, hell yeah, you can do that. Yeah, yeah, like, and because there's no question in my mind that my kids can do anything they want to do.
So, so our friend would be glad that you didn't become a dream crusher of a mom.
Thank God.
You turn your dream crushing ways around. Good job.
Man. Yeah, and so, but then I was like, just in becoming more of that, I'm like, why can't I believe in other people the same way? I mean, obviously, because they're my kids, so I just think they're awesome and can do whatever. Um,
Obviously.
but why not? Why not support other people's random goals? I mean, who am I to sit
You,
there and say that doesn't make sense? I don't think that's a good idea.
right. It's funny you said that about your kids because I thought when you're like, of course I believe they can do anything. I'm like, yeah, duh, of course they can. I'm gonna support them too, kind of thing. And I just thought about how many people like there are certain people in my life when they've come to me with a dream, I'm like, dude, I totally think you can do that. And boom, I'm like on board with them. And then there's other people where a little doubt creeps in. And I'm like, oh, I don't know that that's your cup. You know what? I'm on just, sure, you got this. But in my, like, back of my head, I'm thinking, you are so not the right person for this. And learning to be quiet. But there are certain people where, depending on what that dream might be, you're like, I can actually see you doing that.
Yeah.
So I think when you can visualize them doing it, it's easier to be supportive.
Yeah. I think so too. But you know what else though, and what I got to thinking about was, even if you can't maybe visualize that person doing it, why not just support them and let them trip and fall, let them, because maybe what that trying is them learning something so that the next dream they pursue, they've learned something from that first dream, right? Like,
Absolutely. And the truth is, it doesn't cost us anything to support them.
exactly.
It, in my experience with friends with dreams, they're not coming to me and being like, "Hey, Charlie, can I have $1,000? I got this idea." Right? They're coming to me for like the emotional support, or just I think emotional is the right word, but just that, support system of, hey, someone believes in me just as much as I believe in me, or they're at least not knocking me down.
Yes.
So, like I said, generally they're not asking for money. They're just asking for your support as a friend or a family member, or whatever the case might be, to support their dream. And it's, yeah, why aren't we doing it more often for people? Because it's no skin off our nose, if you will.
Right.
Like, like you said, even if they fail, it didn't hurt me to support them in that.
Yeah.
And at least I was, one less person downing on them, maybe.
Right. And them pursuing that, it may just be like some kind of lesson they're learning or whatever. I mean, if they fail, whatever.
Right.
And at least then they could come and be like, oh, like, hey, I know that didn't work out, but I have this other idea. And they don't feel weird talking to you about it, because you're not going to be that person that's like, dude, I told you that was stupid.
True. Absolutely. And like I said, it was kind of I think it's probably honestly still a learning process for me of what that looks like. If I'm trying to think of a silly example. If you came to me and said, dude, I got this dream of doing a backflip off the bar and landing, feet up, and then you throw a drink and I'm going to catch it, I'd be like, dude, that is so not realistic for you. I want to support you and I'll stand here and throw the beer at you, but I really don't see you doing a backflip off this bar and I don't want you to get hurt, right? Like,
I'll throw the beer whether you land or not.
yeah. So I'm like, there is a point of like being realistic.
Right.
But there's a real fine line of, just because I don't see it for you doesn't mean you can't do it. So it's like, I got to pull myself out of the equation.
Right.
And just say, you know what? Okay, like, where are you practicing your backflips at? Like, let's do this. Like, I've got a 12 pack ready to go. I got at least 12 tries for you right now. Like, take, like I said, take my, I don't even say be my ego, but just take my opinion out of it. Cause who cares? If you want to try it, let's do it. Like, but it is hard to do that sometimes. Cause like I said, my initial reaction would be like, dude, you cannot, I've never seen you do a backflip when you were like 10, let alone you want to do one in your, late 20s.
And I'd be like, listen, I just need you to get out in the yard and practice your beer throwing. Period.
Yeah.
Hit that every time.
Every time. Maybe it was some years ago, a friend was really starting to branch out with their own stuff, and mentally, like in the back of my mind, I was thinking, what in the hell is this person thinking? But I didn't say that to them. I'm just like, yeah, dude, like, why not? Like, what is stopping you? Dream big, go for it. That person had a few other friends who, not like in a mean way, but definitely not in a supportive way, made it pretty clear that they didn't believe in what that person was trying to do. And it's just interesting how much that it started a little bit of a divide. Because when you start something and realize someone doesn't believe in you, it makes you like really say, well, I'm going to distance that from me. Because I do believe in myself. So if you don't believe in me, I don't need you in my circle while I'm trying to do this thing.
Right.
So, and that's an interesting, and again, though, I've been on both ends of it. Like I've supported when I wasn't sure what the hell that person was thinking. I've also probably been the one to kind of discourage a dream. And I'm like, why would I have done that? Like, looking back, I wouldn't say embarrassing, but it's one of those like, dang, man, I really should have just encouraged that person. Like, who knew what they could have done with it?
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
then, and I don't know, I was trying to think again, I talk more about our podcast because it's currently happening, but I also look back on a few things in my life and I can't think of anything super, super major that I took underway that I had some big dream about. So it's hard for me to put that thought into perspective.
Mm.
Right. However, in starting the podcast, I notice who is out there being like, ooh, Charlie, great work. Are you and your sister? You start noticing that a lot more,
Oh, yeah.
and then you and I have discussed it in a general sense, but I think that sometimes people just don't encourage dreams because maybe they're not visualizers. They don't visualize something bigger.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel like,
I don't want to say they're small minded. I don't mean it that way.
well, okay, so the way I look at it, and I think it's just, I mean, okay, you have to think about, let's imagine if when we were teenagers, and our parents were like, where do you think you're going to be in your late 20s? And we were like, we're going to be on a podcast broadcasting our conversations to people across the internet. Our
Yeah.
parents would have been like, you're morons. It's
Well,
not going
okay. Just to get on the internet was a meep, and it took away the phone system for the whole house. So they're like, no one's going to listen to you when we can't use the home phone for half an hour.
Well, I know. I'm just saying. Like, I think sometimes that's why you get in that. You can't, if you can't see further into the future where shit might be going.
Right. Right.
Because even at that age, and my kids laugh so hard at me when I tell them, I'm like, no, we had to have a class in high school, like to teach us how to use the internet because I mean, it wasn't
We
something we
did.
did. I was like, so
I remember.
I was like, and part of the class was just understanding you can look up the news. And I remember thinking, why would I her to do that when I can go down the gas station and grab a damn newspaper?
I I can remember that class because then I remember thinking I was an internet guru when we then learned how to make MSNBC or whatever the hell it was, MSN, our homepage. So that every time I'm like, it's right there. I know how to do this.
At
I'm like, oh my God.
that point, though, like I never would have pictured that in so many years everybody's gonna just have their phones. You're not even gonna. It's not even gonna be a whole issue getting on the internet. You're just gonna be on it, and the news is right there.
Right.
Not going down to the gas station to get a newspaper when I can sit my ass in bed and just scroll the newspaper. Not happening.
Mm-hmm.
So, but
Exactly.
so I think if you can't visualize where shit might be going, then I think it's even harder to support somebody who has that future mentality. Like, well, not that future mentality, but that future visualization. And
Right.
so that's what I think some of it is for some people. I just think they're like, well, that doesn't make any sense for the right now, the here and present.
Right.
So,
Or you think, um, I'm trying to think of a position. I can't. Where someone might want to do something that you're maybe have been like, oh, I've heard of that, but I don't know anyone that does that. I don't know anyone that really makes money on that. I don't think that's a real thing. Well, just because I don't know someone that does it doesn't mean that person can't do it and doesn't see a bigger future out there.
Right. It's
Like
crazy.
if you went and told someone, like I'm going to start a t-shirt shop, they'd be like, oh yeah, that's normal. I think a lot of people do that. Go ahead.
Yeah.
But you turn around and be like, I'm not doing this, but say you turn around and like, I'm going to be a life coach. They'd be like, I don't think people make money doing that. Like, no, that's not.
Why don't you get your own fucking life together first?
Yeah. Yeah, that might happen too. I do think that with most life coaches, to be honest. But I was trying to think of something where, people are just like, oh, and if you can visualize it, you're like, oh yeah, maybe. And like I said, a t-shirt shop, someone, oh yeah, people do that all the time. You got this. I'm sure it'll go great. Ha ha. Cool.
Right, something kind of
You go on
normal.
the opposite and do this. They're like, yes. Yeah. Normal by society's standards, right?
Yeah. I think, well, so I take myself back to, and it's funny because I'm sitting here with a child, the flower child, who, as you guys know,
You guys all met, what, a month ago or whatever?
no, it only been like a week ago, right?
No.
2 weeks?
No, I think it's at
Month.
least two, but I was thinking three, to be honest. But either way, you all met her if you got the happy hour episode.
If you got the happy hour episode. So she, and it cracked me up because what she wants to do is the same exact thing that I wanted to do at her age, where I just wanted to. Now, I didn't want to have an RV. My whole plan was to just live in a van. I'm like, I'm just gonna live in a van. I'm gonna travel around. And dude, listen, like our parents were like, Casey, that's irresponsible and stupid. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I want to be irresponsible and stupid right now.
You're like, duh. They were really trying to get you to pump out these grandkids for them.
Exactly. That's exactly it. They were like, listen, if there's not kids
Yeah.
involved, we can't support this dream.
Yeah. And you can't possibly have grandkids in a van, so I don't see this happening. This is stupid.
They might have got more grandkids if I was living in a van.
Oh, that's
Sonny Boy informed me that he's going to give me multiple grandkids around the world. Just, I was like, yeah, why not?
goals.
Okay.
Like Mark with his the girls are all in different countries, so they can't show up.
I think that's Sonny Boy's goal right now too. I'm like,
Sonny Boy's like, I'm gonna do that too. I'm in.
yes, Mark's on something.
You're like, can you make them in countries I want to go visit though? That'd be great. Thanks.
Right. But but no, whenever the flower child was like, listen, I just want to buy this RV and I want to travel. I'm like, hell yes. Let's start looking for RVs, and I mean, I'm so excited for her, right? Because she's been doing it. She's been working on her RV, and I'm super excited. She's got some pictures that she just with I haven't gotten to see it in person in a while, but she's get the inside painted and done, and so it's just a lot of fun to watch her, and she's about ready to.
Yeah, and I think it's awesome too. And I think part of it, is that society's changing to that level.
Yeah.
The go to college, get a job, get married, have babies, or buy a house, have babies, whatever the rules were. I think it's really started shifting away from that.
Yeah.
So now someone, in the flower child's like, I want to do this. You're like, hell yeah, dude, get it. Like, think the world's getting viewed a little differently
Right. I think,
to where it would be encouraged.
I mean, listen, would I have loved to see her go to college and do all the things? And I mean, I think it's one of those things where you can't have the same dream for, like, I don't know, like your kids, you know their personality.
Right.
And if she was just like, to school and I'm going to be an accountant, I'd be like, really? I mean, okay, if that's what you want to do, sounds great. Sounds great. But like when she
That's
came
not
to
your
this,
normal.
I was like, yeah, this all makes sense to me.
True. I think, and I honestly now, I was just racking my brain to remember what episode we talked about on our success one when we're like, what does success look like? And
Right.
how, for us, it's changed to just happiness.
Yeah.
So, if going to college was going to make them happy, then of course I'm going to support that. I'm so proud, like, heck yeah, man, go get it. But if that's not their path to happiness, then I feel, and again, this is through a lot of working through my mindset, working through how I try to relate to people and all that stuff and working on myself. If I looked at them and saw them so miserable and struggling through college, but they were doing it because it was the right thing to do, I feel like I'd be pulling them aside. Dude, get the hell out, get out now. Go. Like, I'm going to cover whatever expenses. If that's your problem and you can't leave because you already are dog deep, we'll figure it out. Just get out of here because you're miserable,
Yeah.
because I
I,
view the happiness is on the bigger side of it for sure.
yeah. And yeah, I mean, like I said, I think it's just, again, for me, it's so much easier now, like, since having kids and, truly, I mean, you want to be the president of the United States? Fuck yeah, let's do it. Like, whatever they want to
Get
do,
it.
we're in it to win it.
Yeah.
And so I think it's just gotten easier for me just over the years to be like, why couldn't you? Why couldn't you do that? You want to be a rap star? Hell yeah, dude. Spit them rhymes. Like, but
Yeah.
not just for the kids. Like, it's easier for me to do it for anybody. And it's like, yeah.
Well, I think I realized, and I don't know when it would have been, I in my younger years though, that there was a side of me maybe not being supportive out of a tinge of jealousy
Mm,
that I didn't have and maybe my dream wasn't what that person's dream would have been, but I wasn't pursuing any dream and I didn't have a dream at the time kind of thing. And so there was some jealousy and they're like, oh, A, this person knows exactly what they want to do. I'm jealous because I don't. B, they're pursuing it. I'm like, oh, I don't think I'd have the balls to try that. Well, I don't know. So I think there might have been some jealousy in me not supporting them as much. At the time, not realizing it was jealousy, just being like, I don't know, that sounds wild. Do you really think you can do that? I don't know. You should really, think about that before you go too far. It is like I was almost discouraging them out of, and again, pride and possibly that fear of if they make it, would that new person even like who I am?
right.
Say whatever it was took off so big or something. I'd be like, they probably don't even want to be my friend because I'm not even cool like that. Like I'm just sitting here doing nothing, if you will. Maybe. So I think there was some of that in there. So in part of that growing up, I had to kind of, as we were talking about earlier, take myself out of the equation. It doesn't matter what I think or feel or see as your obstacles. Who gives a shit? If you don't see that way, then I'm going to support you because it's just such a bigger thing
Right.
to make those people not feel alone or, just to feel they got a little crowd behind them, cheering them on.
Some cheerleaders. And
Yeah.
yeah, why wouldn't you just cheer them on? I mean, they're going to figure it out either way. Whatever their dream is, they're either going to succeed or they're going to fail. And along the way, they're going to learn some lessons. So why not just be there for that?
Absolutely.
Unless they're just good people.
This is not part of what we
around with them anyways.
Unless they're bad people, would you say?
Said unless they're just not good people, and then I don't know why you're hanging around them anyway.
Oh yeah, true. And I would mention that if they did fail, whoever you're supporting failed, that wouldn't also be the time to be, I told you so. Told you not to try this. So what, you don't want to support them because you want to be right if they failed? At that point, you're not even my friend.
No.
So it's going to make you feel good that you were right that it didn't work out for me. Like, makes you start seeing who your circle might be. But, and not in a bad way, just like I said, well, that part would be a bad way. And the other way of, there are people that, some people are content with where they're at in life. And that is absolutely okay.
Oh, yeah.
And I was actually having this conversation with a friend the other day that they were kind of talking, I'm going to paraphrase the shit out of this, but work-wise, they were just content. They didn't care about necessarily promoting up or doing, like, they don't mind promoting up, but they're really just there doing their job. They're not, oh, I'm so passionate about this, or, oh, it's my calling in life. But the friend then said, I'm just more passionate about stuff outside of my job. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? You really are. You're extremely talented in so many respects of so many things I've watched this person do. And like, that's where my passion lies. So, you know, sometimes people think, oh, supporting you is supporting that you're going to build a career. It might not have anything to do with a career. It could be something as small as, I haven't done it yet, but I'm toying with this idea of wallpapering. To have a friend be like, dude, you got this. I believe you can wallpaper. I've never wallpapered shit in my life. But to have someone maybe behind you supporting you going, dude, I believe in you. I bet you got this. Like, it probably would be just fine. It's like, oh, yeah, that's a pump up. It's an encouragement. So it doesn't have to be necessarily about supporting someone with their work goals. It could be the simplest goal.
Yeah.
And just having that support behind you.
Exactly. Big goals, small
even if it's your sister doing backflips and catching a beer.
I hope you're practicing your beer throwing.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. So I would say our lesson learned and growth earned on this is it really legit does cost you zero to encourage a friend or a relative and encourage their dreams. I mean, okay, unless that dream is maybe like they want to go on a killing spree, then don't encourage that. Otherwise, though, the guns are blazing. Otherwise, be a support system for them. They're already going to get enough flack from other people around them, so don't be that asshole that adds to that.
Indeed. And I'm telling you right now, if my kids want to kill a bunch of people, I'm on board. Let's go.
You're like, ching ching. I'm with you.
Oh.
I will try to be stopping you guys, all of you.
We'll get you to join in.
I can't get behind it.
In our next episode, we'll explore grief, and you're going to get our hot take on it. Thanks for listening. Until next time, go out there and be your favorite self.
And don't kill anyone. And if you are enjoying what you hear, leave us a review, leave a comment, let us know. It'll help others find us. And make sure you're following on your favorite listening platform to catch all our future episodes. And don't forget, if you listen on YouTube, we did get a community started, so feel free to go over there and join in the conversation.